So, you may know by now that the Budget Misses, aka me and Michelle, are going on a tour. And so basically we're making stops in different cities about every month and a half or every 2 months or something like that. And so our next stop is going to be in New York, and that is going to be Saturday, May the 18th. You can find tickets and further information on my website, which is shaybudgets.com, or Michelle's website, which is elainemichelle.com. And so if you buy your ticket on either website, the money goes to the same place, so you don't have to worry about that. It all just goes to our PayPal account. And so I can't wait to see some of you there. Some of you have already bought tickets, which is super cool, but I'm super excited for the room to fill up and for us to hang out. And as you guys know, we always like to do like a work thing, which is the workshop, and then like a play thing, so like a dinner or something of the sort. So this might be, I don't know, because we're having it so early because the venue wasn't available at our preferred time because we're not morning people. But we may have to do like a brunch, or we may do a dinner still. I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet because that's kind of like a bonus. But do come if you're going to be in that area or if you live in that area. And I hope to see you guys soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and start setting up the budget for the month of April. I have kind of been like pre-budgeting, if you will. So I've kind of been like laying down paydays and bill dues and all of that. But I still like to, you know, do this with you guys. So therefore, let's go ahead and start filling in some information. So what I do know is that I will get paid for my full-time job the 4th, the 11th, and the 25th. No. Yes, the 4th, the 11th, and the 25th, because my last payday for March will be the 11th. Yes. And then my husband will get paid on the 15th and the 30th from his full-time. And then the 22nd is a YouTube payday, which is a pretty large payday. I do get like a lot of other income that comes in throughout the month, but it's kind of like not anything worth like really counting on, because it'll be like 50 here, 60 here, and it's kind of sporadic because I do offer budget coaching and YouTube coaching and Etsy coaching, small business coaching, that kind of thing. So it's kind of just sporadic whenever it happens. And I do know that Mondays are Etsy paydays as well. So those are pretty much the only ones that I mark. As for the debt total, so as you guys know, we have been trying to put about $3,500 towards debt each month. So technically the debt total, I think we're going to try for $3,500 again, which sometimes we do more. Well, we have a pattern of doing more, but that's pretty much like and this is kind of like a debt goal, not really a debt total, but that's really the debt goal for April. Goal 1 is to pay off, and I'm using, sometimes you guys like to know what pen I'm using. This is an ink pen, literally INC, and I got it from the Dollar Tree. And so sometimes you'll see me with like a thicker one, but this is a thinner one. I love it too. So as for the debt, so after we make March's debt payment, we will have about $16,000 of debt. My husband will have about $16,000 that we need to pay off, $15,000 maybe. But what I know is that we definitely want to pay off Group G, that's like $1,000, like a $1,400 loan, and about half, a little less than half actually, of Group C. And then in May we'll pay off the rest of Group C and half of another loan, and etc. until we're finished with paying off debt in August, possibly July. The next one, we need to pay our tax bill. Currently we owe some crazy amount of thousands of dollars to the feds. We don't owe the state. Or do we owe the state? No, we owe the state and the feds. Oh, federal and state. And then goal 3. What was my goal 3? I thought about it before I started filming. Goal 3 was forgot. We'll come back to it. Okay, so the first bill due, this is cable / internet, and these stickers are stickers from my Etsy shop that I sell, link in the description box. And I absolutely love adding my own little, I like creating them first of all, and adding my own little flair. Just makes me happy. And when you're dealing with finances and budgeting, I think that whatever it is that you're doing should make you happy. So if an Excel sheet makes you happy, then by all means. If a regular piece of notebook paper makes you happy, if an app makes you happy, which I actually do use an app too, but that's really just for calculating and computing, not because it makes me happy, but because it saves me time and makes life a little bit more productive. But whatever method you're using for budgeting, it should fit your needs and make you happy. Just like everything else in life. Everything that you do should be for the benefit of your own happiness, I personally believe. And I don't think budgeting is any exception. So the first bill of the month is cable / internet. And honestly, I should know this. It is $131.48. And then the next one would be rent / water, and that is at $620. And I'll explain more about our entire budget momentarily. This is going to be Shay full-time, and then this will be Etsy, which my husband and I both run the shop. Me doing, most of the work. I do the designing and all of that. This will be Shay full-time. And then our next thing that we have is another Etsy payday, and this is tax day. And payday for my husband's job too. The 16th is, this is electricity. And we don't have that bill yet, but it's estimated at about $50, so we'll see. And then the next one is gym for me, and that's $19.99. I need my husband to cancel his membership quickly because he has not been going. But his is $19.99 as well. Somehow randomly due on the day after. And then we have Shae loan. So my student loan payment is due. And actually I need to recertify by April, and my husband does too. So chances are my student loan payment will change. If I had to guess, it probably wouldn't change too much, but we will see whenever I recertify. So currently though, it's $356.75. I'll change it if needed. And then my husband's student loan payment, technically his minimum payment is, they're saying it's like $100 now because we're actively paying on the loan, but we just, in our head is $304.69, but really they're saying we can pay less, but whatever. Etsy payday, and then moving on to, this is Shay full-time, and then also this is our cell phone bill, and that is $86.50. And then this is our life insurances. They both come out on the same day, so we treat it as one bill, $42.19. And then this is Etsy, and then this is, I forgot, this was my husband's full-time. And then what bill is this? Oh, personal trainer, which I don't know what that'll be just yet, so we'll put that in later. Okay, so moving on to the actual budget, we have I have all of the expenses. I'm looking at them from every dollar. So for my income, we are going to be budgeting. So we budget and we live off of, and we pay debt based off of the income from my full-time job, all of the affiliate marketing, YouTube, all the advertising, coaching, Etsy, all of that kind of side stuff. And it's just kind of tradition. We've only been married for a couple of years, so we've only had combined finances for not even 2 years yet, because we didn't really officially combine our finances until we started budgeting in June 2017. But traditionally, my income has always been more fixed, which I think it kind of still is. So it's easier to budget using my income. It's harder to budget using my husband's income. It always has been, but now his income is fixed, but it's just a habit that we have. So we just don't change it. So anyway, so we do have Shae income, and the budgeted amount would be, is it the same as last month? I think it's literally the exact same as last month. Yes, it is. Which is $7,400 after taxes. No, after taxes, yes, because I've adjusted my taxes at work so that hopefully we don't actually owe in next year, because there's a lot of money being taken out of my taxes to kind of offset this business stuff. So this is actually technically after taxes, and this is after payroll deductions. This is after health insurance and I have a donation coming from my check every couple of weeks, like every 2 weeks when I get paid. Bunch of stuff, like basically normal job stuff. So that's after all of that. And then this is the minimum that I will probably bring in for April. And then my husband, I don't actually put his here, but that's how much we're budgeting to live off of and to pay debt for the month of April. And whatever my husband brings, it goes straight into savings, and if we have to pull from it, we do. And I typically like to share with y'all, I don't really keep track a whole lot of like as an example, I just started a financial literacy course, and that was a whole lot of money. Well, I think it was. So I just pulled that from there. I like to tell y'all the type of things that we pull from that account. I don't know that I really even keep track a whole lot of like the amounts and stuff, but I do like to be honest in that while we do save that money, we do also pull from it sometimes for like major car expenses and things like that. So for April, for March, one of the things was that financial literacy course. Moving on to bills/expenses. So I'm just going to go down my list. So the first one is rent/water. I don't know how many times I've said this, but we live in the state of Georgia in a low cost of living area, which means that the rent here, the expenses here, all of those types of things aren't real high, which we love and cherish, and we're going to take advantage of. Even after we move into a house, we'll still take advantage of it because the cost of living is just cheaper. So $620 for that. The next one is cable/internet. And I've explained all of this many times before, but we have Comcast/Xfinity, high-speed internet, and we have, in which it's not that great. I need to call and it's probably going to go up, honestly, because it's really not as fast. Like, it really kind of sucked. Recently, it's been sucking, so either they need to, like, diagnose and see what's going on, or maybe maybe there's a higher speed of Wi-Fi or whatever that we need. But we also have about 140 channels too. So every month that runs us $131.48, and I've already looked at all of our bills to see how much they will be. One thing that I didn't mention is 100% of our bills are on auto pay, but I still like to double check how much I can expect for them to come, how much the bills are, so I can base our budget accordingly. And budgeting is extremely important to us, especially as we're trying to pay off $27,000 of student loan debt in 8 months. It's really important to us. So the next thing is electricity. Now I do check and see what the projection is, and they are projecting about $55 to $75, I think. Currently, we've only used we're in the third week, ending the third week of March. We've used about $35, I think. So I really think it'll probably come in at like $55, but just for safekeeping, we just kind of budgeted at $100. So because the income is the same as March, the April budget will look really similar to March as well. The next thing is phones. We have AT&T prepaid. We both have iPhone. I think these are 10Rs. iPhone 10Rs that we recently got. And because we have AT&T prepaid, anytime, so there's a perk to it. The, like, having the phones and having, like, unlimited data and everything is, like, super cheap. But there's not a time that goes by that I sit down to film, and that doesn't happen. Not a single time I promise you. I just normally pause the video, but I don't feel like it now. But there's always some background. We live on a really popular road, so I mean that's pretty much the cause of it. But anyway, so there's that. So we have AT&T prepaid, which means that we pay a really cheap amount for our phones. But the flip side of it is we don't have like an option to upgrade for $200 or anything like that. We have to buy our phones straight up in cash, which is I think why we went with iPhone 10Rs. Our 6s were like not doing that great, like definitely on their last legs. My husband's was all cracked up and crazy, and mine wouldn't hold a charge. Sorry, there's that. That's Michelle, in case anybody was wondering, my partner in crime. I don't know where I was, but yeah, that's a thing. So we have to buy our phones outright, which we still save money if you think about it, because our old bill when we had AT&T postpaid, which is regular AT&T, that bill was every bit of like $200 a month or something wild like that. So it still works out this way. It's just a matter of budgeting to pay cash for our phones when we want to upgrade. We probably won't upgrade for a long time. So the next one is, I'm just going to go right down the list, is Shae Allowance. So this is kind of wishy-washy for me, or I'm wishy-washy. Some months I do spectacular, some months I don't. March I haven't done so great. But for April, we're budgeting $100 for me and $100 for my husband. Sometimes I challenge myself to no spend and stuff like that, but I don't know that I've done that in a while. The next one is beauty. So this is hair for me, haircuts, nails, pedicures, eyebrows, anything to make myself look remotely decent, because I do, like I've been doing a lot more public speaking engagements and a lot more public speaking and trying to take this YouTube thing a little bit more seriously. So, because if I look a hot mess, I'm probably not getting on camera. I just need to look remotely decent, and then I'll get on camera. And typically that involves my hair not flying east to west. So my hair being done and my eyebrows looking okay. I don't really care about nails or anything like that, but that's what the beauty category is for. The next one is donation/gifts. So I do have a birthday in April, but I kind of did it up for this person's birthday last year. I think so. My best friend came here, which was so fun, and we just we like spent the whole weekend with her and paid for everything and whatever. It was a little extra, but that's who I am as a person. So this year, probably not. So therefore, I'm going to put this at $50. And her birthday's at the end of the month as well. Not that that matters, but just throwing that out there. The next one is toiletries, paper towels, toilet paper, etc., etc. I am budgeting $60, and that's about what we budget every month. The next one is miscellaneous, which I should put at the bottom, but I'm just going down my little list. So this is for everything that is a minor expense that kind of pops up. Let's say I need a book of stamps for personal, not for business, then I would put that in miscellaneous. You know, I would take that from the miscellaneous category. Anything that's like a small expense that we take from our budget from this money, we put inside the miscellaneous category, or take from the miscellaneous. If we need some major car repair, that's going to have to come from savings, because taking it from this budget would throw it completely off. A $500 expense is going to throw this budget for a serious loop, and hence, I mean, consequently, we wouldn't be able to put, you know, probably the amount that we're looking to put towards debt without then pulling from savings. So either way it goes, we would probably have to end up pulling from savings. The next one is travel. So I'm trying to think of where I have to go. Okay, so the beginning of April, I'm going on a girls trip. And then and then my husband and I are going on like a day trip, overnight situation to a concert. So I'm actually going to 2 concerts in April. I live for concerts. I stan concerts. So that's super exciting for my life personally. But yeah, with all of that, I'm thinking about 500 because the hotel I paid for, all of the concert tickets are paid for. And so I don't see us doing more. I mean, my weekend trip with the girls and then our day overnight thing, I don't see us doing more than 500. And nah, I don't think so. So 500 should be good. We'll see, but I don't see it being over that amount. The next one is personal trainer. And so I do work out with a personal trainer. That's fun. Love it. I get stronger every day. I'm here for it. So $240 for that. And then gym. So we both have gym memberships. My husband really needs to like not renew his whenever it runs out or whatever, because he doesn't go to the gym like I do. The next one is gas for our cars, and we're going to budget $140. I do drive a hybrid. I don't go anywhere really. And my husband drives a Camry. We both drive Toyotas. He definitely doesn't go anywhere. So $140 for us to run around town to and from work. The next one is car insurance. Our car insurance premium is paid in full. We pay it again in June. I just keep it in the budget. The next one is life insurance. And so again, they're bundled together. So we pay them both at the same time at $42.19. And then renter insurance. That is paid up until actually May. So in May, we will have to pay this again. So this will be in the May's budget. But currently it is not, because it's not due again until May. We pay it every year. The next one is food. Probably going to go over this, but I'm going to put it down at $600 because that's what we shoot for, aim for, set our sights for. I promise you, even though this probably seems silly because we know we're going to go over it, so it's probably worth increasing the budget. Once we start creeping up on like 400, 500, we really are like, okay, we set the budget at this, whatever, you know, it's typically 600. We gotta chill, and it really does keep us closer to 600. If we set it at 1,000, we probably do 1,500. No lie, I'm pretty sure. Okay, we probably can't do that. That's kind of crazy, but that's just how we think. So the next one is my student loan. So I'm gonna put Shae loan. Just know that's the student loan because I don't have any other debt outside of student loans. And my minimum payment, what I'm assuming is gonna be is $356.75. Again, I have to recertify before the loan due date, and my husband does too. So both of our minimum payments could technically change, but this is what I'm going with so far. It just helps with setting up the budget. I'm okay with changes and whatnot, but I just have to know like a general rough idea of like how our budget is going to go for any given month, or you know what we need to be doing with our money. Minimum payment for my husband, $304.69. And then that is actually not it. So our snowball payment, which would be the amount that we put towards extra towards my husband's student loans. Again, if we're trying to do $3,500, then $3,500 minus the minimum payment, $304.69, would be $3,195.31. And if you ever want to keep up with any of our shenanigans, follow me on Instagram at Shae Budgets and my husband at Mr. Budgets, MISTER Budgets, and you'll see like really how we go through the month and you know what we're spending money on and that kind of thing. So if you ever want to fill in the blanks, holla at us over on Instagram. And so the last category would be technically our rollover. So we always carry over some money to the new month, just because that's just the way we like to do it. You could also combat this by just getting a month ahead on bills, or you could like getting a month ahead, or you could also count your last paycheck of the month as the first paycheck of the new month, which is technically what we do, sorta. But this month our rollover is going to be a little bit less. Like it's per this budget, it probably will be more, assuming we bring in more than what we have on this page here, which is typically the case. But as of right now, $7,400 minus all of this is $533.10, and we do an every dollar budget. Therefore, we have to give every dollar in the budget a name. So that is how we get $533.10. So I don't have to do the total for this or anything like that because I do an every dollar budget. So therefore I know that all of this is equal to $7,400. So this is our budget for the month of April. I don't have anything here just yet, but here's our budget. And I think, I don't know what this goal is. If I had to guess, it's like increased income or something. Oh, it was, I think that I want to earn an additional $1,000. Not sure how, but I think that's what I want to do for the month of April. So anyway, this is our budget for the month of April. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.